Okay, now you have to be, I think, for your type of drive.
When I hear that music, I have to move. So that was me talking up under the graphics. Welcome in. We have 5 minutes of just power-packed information for you. You know, it's every other Monday. We have Tabitha Ingram that joins us from Better Business Bureau, and we're talking about it's after the holidays. You spend too much money, and you know it. Okay, so what are you going to do about it? One of the easiest things to do is to get a title pawn because it doesn't depend on your credit. You don't have to go in there and qualify, except that this is my car and I have the title, and you can get some big bucks sometimes. But let's talk about the pros and cons, and I guess those were the pros. You walk in, you can get it. You walk out, you got a check. They don't give you cash, you have a check. So it's easy to get.
It is, and that's about the only pro. So they're a lot more cons than there are pros for title pawns.
That's it. You gotta weigh that thing.
Yes.
Okay. So you don't have any money. Now you just went and got a loan, so you owe more money. Okay.
Right.
So what are the cons? How do people get themselves in trouble?
These have really high interest rates, and unfortunately, any type of small loan title pawn like this, you know, it's like a pawn shop, so there's not a lot regulating those interest rates. So, you know, usually it's 15 to 30 days. You can't pay it off within the 30 days, so they say, well, we'll roll it over into a new loan for you, and it just becomes a vicious cycle of not being able to pay it and then paying much more than your car is ever worth.
I'm paying the minimum, I'm paying the minimum because I'm just trying to keep my car. But as I'm paying the minimum, there are fees and interest rates being tacked onto it, so I'm owing more.
Getting more and more
money.
behind, that's right. And then your vehicle could be repossessed, and then you have, you know, the one thing you had to make your little bit of money is gone. Yeah.
They will send the, what do they call it? Dog and his wife. Remember that show?
Yes, they will repossess you.
And the bounty hunters and get your car.
Yeah.
Now, okay, I'm going to play devil's advocate here because I have a couple of friends that are in that business, and I told them, make sure you watch, okay, because I love you dearly. So, but they said it seems to work the best for people who really do just need a temporary boost, and they can come up with the money in 30 to 45 days. Now, the title pawn people don't like that because they're not getting all of your money.
Right.
But they said if you really know, hey, I'm getting my IRS check or somebody's going to give me the money and it's worth it for me to pay this interest, and you're going to pay it.
Yes.
That's the only time it works.
Yes, and there are a lot of people like that, and these businesses are not always unscrupulous. Now, there are some, but that's not the case with the majority. It's really understanding, is this for you? Are you going to be able to pay it off within the amount of time to do it the first loan time? You know, it's not for everybody, and a lot of people do view it as a quick fix, and then they're not able to.
Okay.
Come
We've
back
got about
from
2
it.
minutes, guys, to kind of help you guys out. What should they do? I need some money. I do have a car. What should I do other than a title pawn?
You look at some other options. You know, consider a small loan from your bank, a credit union, a small loan company like that are going to have lower interest rates, longer payoff times. You know, you can also shop around for credit. You know, any form of credit that is going to have a better interest rate, like I said. If maybe you're behind on house payment or some sort of creditor payment, and that's why you're looking, you know, contact your creditor and find out if they'll work out.
And talk with them first.
A plan with you. A lot of places, if you communicate with them, will work out a plan with you so you don't have to go and get yourself in more debt. Find a credit counseling service that can help you consolidate.
There's a great Columbus credit counseling service. As a matter of fact, I was calling for my daughter who wants to buy a home, and she's like, Mom, you know, help me out. You know, what should I be doing? And I had them on, actually, and they have programs that will help you to get your score up. It's not magical.
Yeah.
They have a class that you can take, that you submit that to the credit reporting agencies, and some of them will give you some points for taking the class. And what they do is they just work with you, kind of do some of the research that you would have to do to find a good loan.
Yeah.
They already know.
Yes, yeah, and those are always good options. And then make a budget for yourself. It's a new year, fresh start. Make a budget, try to stick to it. If you can cut down on those little everyday expenses that we don't need, maybe like Starbucks or something, all of that is going to help you in the long run be able to avoid having to take out these high interest loans.
And here's what one of the viewers said. They will offer you, say your car is worth $3,000, and they say, okay, and they usually, it's about 25 to 50% of the value of the car. So they may say, hey, you're good for $1,500. Well, then tell them, I don't need $1,500. I just need two. Why are you going to take the $1,500? Take two.
Right. Take what you need and no more.
And no more.
Yes.
Okay. Any passing or final words, Tabitha?
Just the biggest thing, just make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. Read the contracts and just, we can't say it enough, read everything before signing.
Okay, a couple of things before we go, okay, because my producer's going to kill me in a second. Okay, we're supposed to be out of here. But here's a couple of things that I did when I did a little reading. Not all of them, once they repossess your car, will allow you to get the car back. You may say, I'll get the car back. Some of them will keep the car, that's it. So you need to read that contract. If they get that car and all you owed was $1,500 and the car is worth $3,000 or $4,000, you may not get that car back. So don't think that, okay, I'm going to let it lapse and eventually I'll get this refund checked or something and I'll get it. You better know that you can get your car back because they are coming for it. Okay?
Yes, they will.
All right. Well, thanks so much for being with us. It's going to be a beautiful 2018. Always so glad to have the Better Business Bureau. They're on with us every other week. And the website is, Tabitha?
bbb.org.
bbb.org. I mean, so easy. Okay, all right. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad station. WLTZ.